Hello, sports fans, and welcome to the Scout Sports 101 uh, NFL late games, post game show, and Sunday night football update show. Uh, going to go over all of today's action. We'll go over the late games right now first, and we'll go over all the early game action. Uh, First of all, and we'll go over late games first. The LA Chargers beat the Denver Broncos 23 to 16 at Empire Field at Mile High. And Denver was down 20, I think it was, yeah, 23, 20, once or something. No, they were down 13 to 7, but then it was like 23 to 7. But Denver tried to come back, but just couldn't do it. And had several opportunities and could not uh, capitalize on it. I took Denver and lost, and so did my brother-in-law. He lost on that one too. The Pittsburgh Steelers beat the Las Vegas Raiders 32 to 13 today at Allegiant Stadium uh, in Las Vegas, Nevada. And I give the game balls to the Steelers, and uh, I took Pittsburgh and lost. So did my brother-in-law. I took Pittsburgh and won. Excuse me. My brother-in-law took the Raiders and lost, so I won with that because I took Pittsburgh. And not a good day for the Raiders. They just could not do anything right. They were held to 13 points today. The Atlanta Falcons beat the Carolina Panthers 38 to 20 at Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. And boy, Atlanta just they were down, but they battled back and they held on to that lead. And so I give the game balls to Atlanta, Kirk Cousins, and the Falcons. And the Detroit Lions all over the Dallas Cowboys today in Big D at AT&T Stadium, 47 to 9. Dallas held to just three field goals. And so I give the game balls to Jared Goff, excuse me, and David Montgomery. Boy, what a day for 12 attempts, 80 yards, two touchdowns, and Jamison Williams. But boy, what a day. The Lions just had Dallas's number. They could not be stopped. And Detroit took advantage of every mistake the Cowboys made today in that game. And all the early game action this morning, the Chicago Bears beat the. Oh, and I took uh, Atlanta and went with Atlanta and Carolina. My brother-in-law took Atlanta as well, and I took Detroit and won. My brother-in-law took Dallas and lost. Right now, I am 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 and 1. I'm 11 and 1. My brother-in-law, Eric Hoyle, is 7 and 5. That's his record right now. So we should 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 7 and 5. That's his record right now. Yeah, and as I was saying, the Chicago Bears beat the Jacksonville Jaguars 35-16 this morning at Northumberland Stadium in London, England. Whoops. And the Baltimore Ravens beat the Washington Commanders 30 to 23 at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Washington had a chance, but they just could not capitalize on it. Baltimore just held on to that lead. The Green Bay Packers beat the Arizona Cardinals 34-13 at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. And Arizona held to just 13 points today. They give the game boss to the Packers. The Houston Texans took care of the New England Patriots 41-21 at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. And boy, just not a good day for the Packers as well. Tampa Bay, after being down by a field goal, really walloped the New Orleans Saints 51-27. So I give the game balls to Baker Mayfield and the Bucks. Not a good day for the Browns. Held to 16 points and only one touchdown, and it was field goals from there, and too many mistakes, and left one player wide open on the Eagles, and the Eagles score a touchdown, and basically that's not a good day. They got the Bengals coming up next week here at home, so. And rounding out the early games, the Indianapolis Colts beat the Tennessee Titans 20-17 by 3, and Tennessee had a chance, and they just could not capitalize on that opportunity. And right now we're going to do the Sunday Night Football update show. The Cincinnati Bengals and the New York Giants are battling it out at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. 7-0. Bengals up on the Giants. 3:31 left to go in the second quarter. 4th and 5th of the Cincinnati 45. And the Bengals have the ball. And I want to read the preview to you right now. I'm going to do that real quickly. I'm going to do that. Getting off to a slow start really isn't that surprising when it comes to the New York Giants, who have made the playoffs once since 2016. The Cincinnati Bengals are another story. The Bengals went to the Super Bowl in the 2021 season and were 12-4 the following year and lost the AFC title game. Cincinnati missed the playoffs with a 9-8 record last season. So 1-4 this year is a bit stunning. The Bengals and Giants are battling it out. They are trying to get back on the winning track as they're battling it out right now on Sunday Night Football at MetLife Stadium in prime time. With 5 games into the season, Bengals coach Zach Taylor said, "I know what the noise is. We're 1-4, and so we're accountable for all that. It's not good enough." The last time the Bengals had a worse record after 5 games was in 2019, Taylor's first season. They lost their first 11 games and finished 2-14. It earned them the number 1 overall pick in the NFL draft and quarterback Joe Burrow, and it turned the franchise around. We have too much talent on this team to be in a position we've found ourselves in right now, Taylor said. But all we can do is focusing forward is how we do beat the New York Giants. The New York Giants went 6-11 last season and have improved record after a dismal performance in the season opener against Minnesota. They are coming off a win at Seattle and could be 3-2 had they not given away a game against the Commanders in Week 2. New York also is looking to win at home for the first time in 3 games. We want to win every game and play well every game, quarterback Daniel Jones said. It doesn't change when it is or where it is. The same can be said for both teams. In contrast to the defense, Cincinnati's offense is rolling along just fine, scoring 30 points or more for the 3rd straight game in a 41-38 loss to Baltimore. Burrow threw for 392 yards and a career-high 5 touchdowns, including 2 to star wide receivers Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. The Bengals' 359 yards per game is 9th best in the NFL. However, the defense is 26th in yards surrendered per game, 365.4. Over the past 3 games, the Giants have averaged 35 minutes in time of possession. In the win over the Seahawks, New York held the ball for 37 minutes and 22 seconds, outgained Seattle 420 yards, to 333 and had a big advantage in total plays, 71 and to 71 to 58. And it's one way to keep an opposing offense at bay. We can't give him any easy read outside, linebacker Brian Burns said. When asked what the defense uh, has to do against Burrow, we need to make him hold the ball. If you keep it simple for him, he can definitely tear you up and make our pass non existent. Despite being double teamed almost every play, tackle Dexter Lawrence is the focal point of the Giants defense. He had a career high 3 sacks last weekend and has 6 this season. New York leads the NFL with 22 sacks. Uh, Giants defensive coordinator uh, uh, Sahin Bowen called Lawrence one of the NFL's best interior rushers. He's a handful, Bowen said. I know if he was the offensive coordinator, I wouldn't want to leave him one-on-one too often. That's our job as coaches, is to find ways to put these guys in the best position to find success, to find ways to impact the game for us. One of the problems with the Bengals defense is injuries. The latest blow was the loss of starting quarterback Dax Hill, who tore his ACL last week against the Ravens. Hill was moved from safety to cornerback before the season. Veteran cornerback Mike Hilton is battling a knee injury that kept him out of last week's game. Defensive tackle B.J. Hill returned last week after being out with a hamstring injury. Defensive tackle Sheldon Rankins is still sidelined with a hamstring injury. Defensive end Cam Sample's season was lost when he tore an Achilles tendon in training camp. It's going to be interesting to see, how both teams handle the receivers. The Bengals present a 1-2 punch with Chase and Higgins. The Giants have a second-year cornerback, Dante Banks, traveling with the opposition's top receiver, which probably would be Chase. That would leave Cordell Fly or Nick McLeod on Higgins. With rookie sensation and NFL leading receiver Malik Neighbors, 35 catches out for the second straight game with a concussion, the Bengals' task will be easier. The Giants will rely on Darius Slayton, Wandale Robinson, Jalen Hatt, and rookie tight end Theo Johnson, who had 5 catches last weekend. He had only 3 previous catches in those games. So I've got Cincy for this one, and so does my brother-in-law. And I think Cincinnati will get the win over the Giants. Expect them to have a big game. It's a low-scoring one right now, and it's they're at the 2-minute warning, still 7-0. And it's 4th and 7 at the Giants 12 right now. And the Giants have the ball. And so, but I'm going to do a rundown here. First quarter, the Bengals scored their first touchdown of the game. Joe Burrow scrambles right in for the 47-yard touchdown. McPherson's extra point is good. It was 7-0 Bengals. The Giants had the punt after going 3-and-out, 4 plays, 17 yards. And the Bengals had the punt after going 3-and-out, 3 plays, 9 yards. Giants had an interception. First and 10 to Cincinnati 14. Daniel Jones pass short middle, intercepted by Pratt at the Cincinnati 3 to the Cincinnati 27 for 24 yards. And then Cincinnati got the ball back at the punt after going 3-and-out, 7 plays, 27 yards. And then it was 7-0 at the end of the first quarter. Second quarter, the Giants had the punt after going 3-and-out, 4 plays, 15 yards. And the Bengals had the punt after going 3-and-out, 3 plays, -1 yard. Giants had the punt again after going 3-and-out, 7 plays, 28 yards. And the Bengals had the punt again after going 3-and-out, 5 plays, 33 yards. And It was a 3-14 at the Giants 5. Daniel Jones pass short right to Tracy to the Giants 12 for a 7-yard gain, and that's where we stand right now. So can the Bengals hold on and add to that lead, or will the Giants come back and win? We'll find out as this game progresses. That's just about going to wrap it up for the Scott Sports 101 NFL early games, NFL late games post game show, excuse me, and the Sunday Night Football update show. I'll be back with the Sunday Night Football post game show once the game between the Bengals and Giants has concluded. But until then, always remember, be a team player each and every day in every way possible. So long, everybody. 3, 2, 1, I'm done.